So Jacky, I'm live, and then I'm gonna bring you in after the intro. All right. See you like in a basically like 5 minutes. Yo, what's going on, yo? This is Talking Rock. Let me adjust my microphone real quick, yo. What's up, everyone out there? Happy good morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, wherever you're tuning in. East Coast, West Coast, North Hemisphere, West Hemisphere, East, whatever, wherever you're at. Thank you for tuning in, yo. This is Vitamin the Governor. This is Talking Rock. Today, if you do not know who I have on this show, this is a gentleman right here coming all the way from Taiwan. He is one of the key members of the Mastermind Rockers crew and the founder of the Rock Fantastic crew out of Taiwan. This guy right here is a very inspirational brother. I call him the Prince of Asia. Guy really holds it down. If you don't know what I'm talking about none other than my dude, Jacky Burnz. Welcome to Talking Rock Live. Jacky Burnz, what's up, y'all?
Thank you very much for inviting me to on this show. I'm really feel honored.
What's up, man? No doubt, man. How's everything with you? First and foremost, how's everything with you? Congratulations on the big news. How's
Thank you.
With you, man?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm still I right now because I'm a school teacher right now in Taiwan, so I have my summer break right now. So I have time to take a rest. And then I'm expecting in November. My daughter is gonna born in November, so it's a new stage for me in my life. So everything's cool though.
Nice. So let's get to it, man. The last 3 months, 4 months, kind of starting in March, man. The world saw something that we've never seen before. um something that really affected the worldwide. And how did the Taiwanese community react to, you know, what happened with COVID? What was the initial idea over there? And then how did things transpire? And how was the initial, you know, when it first started happening, what was your initial, you know, thoughts on everything?
Yeah, yeah, we're talking about the COVID-19, the virus, and then it's really scary though. And then when we first heard this news on TV, it was everything shut down, and then we supposed to have the joint jam this March, and we have to shut down. Every jam is shut down in Taiwan, but it was really scary in the beginning. But the TV news and the government that taught us how to protect ourselves to have a better condition in health. So that's why I think Taiwan is really doing a really successful job in the COVID-19 this time.
Nice. And like now that things are starting to, die down, like how is the community persisted through that big challenge? It's inactivity for 3 or 4 months, and then now to come back.
Community or
the dance community, the rock community, your crew, the people that you organize the practices for. Like, what was the challenges of trying to now come back and try to get people again? Because you had such a good thing built,
Yeah, when the virus gets really serious, that we're doing this really carefully. That every gym has got shut down, and then there's no event at all. And until like the government doing a really great job there. We get a report every day, said, oh, today how many new cases today, and then what we have to be aware of. And I think it's from March 10th that everything is being really serious in Taiwan. And then the border has closed, and a lot of activities, no matter in school or out of school or dance community, every activity has got shut down until June 8th. So after June 8th, that we start to the little gyms coming back, and the free outdoor park gym is coming back, and then people start to doing the small event. And because the government has the policy that if you have to go to the public space to join some event, you have to leave your information, like your real name, your ID. And then so if the government detect that somebody infected by the virus in this party, they will text everyone in the party to announce that it's really dangerous. You have to go to the Medicare center to have the full body like check. So I think everybody is really follow the rules and policy. So it's really quick to coming back to where we are right now, that right now the jam and events are going normal. Everybody go out, no problem. And but we just heard the second wave is coming, so we are aware right now, ahead of everything is happening.
Nice, Jacky. That's excellent that precautions are being taken to keep everyone safe, and the government is really out there trying to really trace and find out. Last time you were on the show, we focused a lot about your history, you coming to New York, you learning all of that. I wanted today to focus more about Taiwan. Talk about this scene in Taiwan in when you first came initially in, I believe, 2012, right?
Yes, 2000. My first went to New York. Actually, it's 2008, but I didn't know rocking yet. And the second time is 2011.
So your 2011, and even your 2008. How was the scene? How was the scene in Taiwan at that time? If you could describe it for us,
I mean, rocking scene.
the dance community, and if you can incorporate rocking.
Okay, so the dance community, the dance scene is always popular. It's a lot of gyms events going on. Talking about 2008, I think that was the time that international judges, dancers, and events coming to Taiwan. I think since 2006, 7, 8. But we didn't have a lot of international dancers back then though. So 2008, I remember there is many international events in Taiwan. A lot of international dancers coming to Taiwan and drop a lot of knowledge. I think that was the time people start to open their mind to grab the new information in the culture, not only on the skill level. And 2011, I think 2008 until 2013, 14, that was the golden era to the b-boy scene in Taiwan. A lot of jams, people from they don't know how to cipher, and then going to they know how to cipher. Everybody love party and cipher, and then a lot of different crews that battle each other, and then it was really really popular though. And rock scene, I think 2008 or 2009, there's the first rocker came to Taiwan. Rob Casanova, aka King Uprock, he came to Taiwan, taught the first rocking workshop in Taiwan. So
out to King Uprock.
Yeah, and then so I think a lot of people, that's my elder generation. They took the workshop, and then that's the first time people in Taiwan see rocking in life in Taiwan.
And when you took that workshop, did you have an idea before that workshop of what rock was? And if you did, how did it change after, or did it change after that workshop?
I didn't took the workshop though. I didn't take the workshop.
Okay.
Yeah, so because that was in the different city. There's in Taipei, but I wasn't living in Taipei at that time.
Okay.
I just heard that there was a workshop in 2009 until 2011. I heard people were talking. 2009 the King Uprock came to Taiwan, and I saw videos.
Nice.
Yeah, my first time to see rocking, the real rocking life, is when I went to New York.
And what was that first thing that you saw?
My first time to see rocking, it was really shocked. It was 2008 actually. My first time went to New York, and there's a party in Brooklyn, but I don't know the exact location. But I saw there's a small lounge bar, and there's a rocking battle, and I saw Phantom and they LD. They were battling, and then the battle was off the hook, because I never seen anyone done that before in front of me. And during the break time, the DJ were playing rock song, and the whole venue is like 100 dancers. They hear the music, they listen to the music, and they go up and down in the same time. And then I was shocked. I was like, what the, so I really want to know more about this dance, and that kept it in my mind until 2011. I went back to New York again. I started learning.
And at that time you met you eventually started training with Mike and Ringo. So going back to Taiwan from that time period, going back now, and now you having the information and going back to Taiwan, how was it to bring that information to Taiwan, and was Taiwan receptive? What was the process of Taiwan of you going back and trying to now bring this information to your people?
Yeah, when I first came back to Taiwan after 2012, that I bring or I have to come back to Taiwan, I host my first workshop, rocking workshop, and there's 5 people when came to my workshop, and it's like it's a 6 weeks workshop. So I have 6 classes to teach them. I have to make them understand what rocking is in 6 weeks. I trained with them, and then later they became my crewmate in Rock Fantastic. And so the first thing I came back I do is hosting a workshop. And after the workshop, after 6 weeks, we still consistently practice together, and we just do more and more research, and then practice more and more, share informations, and then we start to go into jams, like every jams to rock in the cipher. During B-boy, they were doing B-boy cipher,
Yeah.
the hip hop, so they're doing their cipher. We just go in whatever music, we just rock.
And how was the community like receptive to that? Like how did they? I could imagine if breaking is primarily popular, popping is primarily popular in Taiwan,
Yeah.
and then you guys are coming in and you're doing this. Like, what was the community? How were they looking at you and the rest of the guys?
In the beginning, nobody know what it is. So when we went in, we were really well prepared to going in the cipher. So before the jam, me and my partner Dino and Jimmy, we were like, yo, we have to make up a routine. So when we go to cipher, I will rock first, and then you come in, we doing a routine, and then you go after me. So we were doing like a tiny showcase during the cipher. In the beginning, there was good and bad. Sometimes people were screaming, "Oh, it's hard," but sometimes we just kill the cipher. Like after we dance, nobody want to go in the cipher because no one know what it is, and then they don't know how to keep the vibe going on. But I really appreciate a lot of my elders. They give us a lot of chance to perform at their gyms. There's some of my elder generations, they saw me to push the rock scene, and they were doing a really big event in Taiwan, and then they would invite me. So, yo, Jacky, I saw you dance rocking, so do you wanna perform rock showcase at my event? So I started going, me and my partners, we started going like a lot of different jams to perform, like officially performing our showcase. And more people, they will see rocking. So they start to open their minds.
Nice. That's dope. You just spoke of it right there. You said your elders. You produced a documentary, a short documentary. It wasn't a short doc, it was a full feature actually. Talking about the history of hip hop dance in Taiwan and that whole movement even coming to Taiwan. Who are some of the elders of the dance community of Taiwan that the world may not know of? And what are their contributions to that scene?
Yeah, I think most of my elders, the world like don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And they were actually inspired by Beastry, the movie. And then they went to the theater to watch Beastry movie, and then they copied the move, and they copy the dress, and then they practice it on the street. And it was crazy though, because during that time, Taiwan has martial laws. Like you can do certain things on the street, but they practice on the street, and then they battle each other on the street. They just love it. And so the media is playing a really important role in pushing the scene in Taiwan. So people see Beastry, and people see Jenna Jackson music video. She danced a little bit of locking. So locking video, and then my elders see locking, so they copy locking. So later, little by little, people see more and more dance videos from the States. They took it, and then the hip hop culture start from there.
Nice. And who are some of those people? Like, can you name them? Who they are?
Yeah. there's different crews.
Okay,
My
name the crews too.
yeah. Popping Brothers and yeah. 灵异兵团 is in Chinese. 灵异兵团 Popping Brothers and Gastable 盖世太保. You know, they're really incredible OGs. Especially I say 灵异兵团. 灵异兵团 is a crew. They were all deaf.
Wow.
And they dance popping because they were doing sign language in the beginning, and then they saw wave, so they copy, you know, the wave, the dance move, and they went to the competition and they won the champion, but they cannot hear the music. There's a guy, you know, from far away, and then, you know, counting a beat to them, and then they can dance actually the same. And when they practice, they have to touch the boombox to feel the vibration, so they know the beats. That's incredible.
That's the next level right there, yo. They need to make a movie about that. That's incredible, man. Wow. Yeah. So you said that with the blessings of your elders, they allowed you to kind of, you know, push the scene forward. Like, what were some of the things that you felt you had to do over there, or that you wanted to do over there, that you to push the scene forward over there? Like, talk about the work you had to do to push the scene.
Yeah. First of all, we have to build up ourselves in a healthy way. That we have to have a really good reputation, and then we have the really good ability and skills to able to push the scene. I'm talking about in my country, my culture. And second, that we have to really put effort in throwing good events, good gems. People come to your events, they feel the vibe, they will wanna keep the vibe and then going to do the same thing. And the most important thing is that you have to build up a community that everyone have the same vision, like, you know, the same vision, and then you can do a lot of things together that can really push the thing. So I always feel I'm really a lucky guy to meet my crewmate Rock Fantastic, because I can't do it by myself. So I am lucky to meet them, and then we have same vision, so we push the thing together. Yes, there's actually two crews in this picture: Rock Fantastic and Future Rockers.
And speaking of Rock Fantastic, man, you built up such a ill crew over there. Like, speak about the manifestation, like how Rock Fantastic was created. Speak about some of the pivotal members and what they brought to the game when they came in. Like, talk about a little bit about Rock Fantastic.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to Rock Fantastic, my crew, Matt. In the beginning was me, Jimmy, Dino, Sean, Red, Fatty, and Fever, Howard. And then later, Scotty came in, QB, Piggy, and GY Roll. Especially shout out to GY Roll, because he had a car accident this morning. So hopefully he get well soon, you know, 早日康复 to GY Roll. And yes, and Smosh, yes. So yeah, that's my crewmate. And then how I met them, because, you know, we practice rocking every Monday and at the same spot. So whoever interested in rocking, they will come to the practice. People come and go, and then those people, my crewmate, those people, they were really like into rocking, really interested in rocking. So they come every week, and later we just form a crew and then bring new members. We just bring whoever like consistently putting work in rocking, and then you are able to be in the Rock Fantastic crew.
Nice. And speak about the crew a little bit. Like, like you spoke about the members, but like what do certain members bring to your crew, like the personality wise, you know?
Yeah, in the beginning, Jimmy, Dina, and Sean really helped me a lot, because, you know, even though I know some information from rocking from New York, but I wasn't really at a really good skill level. So Jimmy, Sean, Dino, we were practicing in the beginning together, and of course Yaoji he's a Mastermind rocker
Yeah.
too, and then we were like every week we just gathering together, and then we just like practice our skill level, and then try to figure out what is the good way to like to rock, and then what is our crew secret, and how can we build up ourselves. And then I think 3-4 years we have known we don't have any new members coming until QB is the first female rockers in Taiwan. QB and Scotty, they came in, and that really helps a lot because we have new vibe. And then they were really like battle wise, they were really energetic to when they came to practice. They don't need no warm-ups. They just straight up come into your best to battle you all night. Yes, so we love the energy though. And so during, I think there was 2015 and 2016, for those 2 years, our practice is like off the hook. It's like every time we practice is battle nonstop.
Nice.
It's like, I battle you after this song, I battle him, I battle her, like we battle each other all night. And they really build up our skill level. And later, they were really humble, so I'm the guy that if I see something you can do better, I'll tell you, oh, I think you can try this and try that. And so I will share my knowledge to them until I tell them, yo, I think that you are really stylish. So I hope you can go out and share your knowledge to all your friends who is interested in rocking. So in the beginning, it's me. I push the thing by myself, and then later I encourage them to do that. So they go out to do that, and then more and more new faces coming to the rock practice. So I think, yeah, they really they really make a big step to the crew and to the scene in Taiwan.
Man, that's blessed, man. Really building a grassroots community from the floor up. You spoke about, you hosting the practices, you doing the workshop. Initially you came, you learned from Ringo and Mike and a smattering of a couple of other people. How do you feel like you've evolved as a teacher yourself? Obviously you're a teacher for real, but as a teacher in the rock community, how do you feel that you've evolved as a teacher, and what are some of the things that you took from Mike and Ringo and the others that you learned from that help you in your teaching?
Yeah. The most important thing I learned from Mike is the structure of the rock. Like, he helped me to get into know what is rocking in a really, really good way, because I always have a lot of questions to ask, and then he answered most of my questions. And then he told me, oh, because I was a b-boy in the beginning, so my freestyle looked like Toprocking.
Exactly.
So, and then it took really, really long time for me to fix from Toprocking look to a rocker look. And he told me that, oh, you have to do this. So in the beginning, I was doing the cross. Like my foot only step forward and back and side. I can't do like
the tape on the floor.
I can't do like different angles. I have to like really straight up to go into forward, back, and side to side. And then it really helped me a lot to improving my understanding of rocking freestyle. And then he told me a lot of different dance steps from salsa and hustle. I never tried any steps before, so it quickly built up my body to fitting the rock freestyle. I think to fitting the new vibe of dancing, new way of dance, to fitting the music also. So Mike is really structured guy that he gave me a really good structure, and then Ringo, he gave me a lot of new logic to understand these things. Like he will always broke down and then analyze like which way you going in, and then what you can do to your opponents to to have a better to take a advantage from your opponent. So he really helped me to think about this dance. And then I always tell people that Ringo, he told me one thing that really helped me a lot is that he told me to bring my cultural dance into rocking. And I didn't understand in the beginning, but I understand later that he really told me that rocking is still alive. It's not I learned all these steps and burn and drops that make me a rocker. Is that I learned all that, and then I have to create my own, and I have my own style. And because everyone's background is different, so they really get me interesting in coming back to my country and study my own history, and then really help me a lot to understand myself and build up my confidence and then knowing my roots. And they help me really much, not only in the dance way, but it really helped me to build up my personality too. So
Fresh, man. I mean, speaking of that, speaking on the indigenous Taiwanese dance, break that down for us, about that history, because I think a lot of people don't know about a little bit of that history of the people that live on the outskirts of Taiwan and stuff like that. Break down that the Taiwanese culture, and then that indigenous dance for us.
yeah, right now Taiwan have like 16 tribes,
Wow.
and yeah, it's native people, native Taiwanese, and they were dark skin, and they were natural born dancer and singer, and they have their own ceremony, they have their own culture, and they living, most of them living on the mountain. And right now you see a lot of Taiwanese. We were immigrants from China. I think it's 100 years ago. No. I think 80 years ago that we were immigrants from China. My grandfather, they were immigrants, and then they took the land. So that's why a lot of native, they have to move up to the mountain.
Okay.
And we didn't have a really good education to know Taiwanese native history. And we didn't know much until 2013. I had a project to go to different tribes to teach them. I can't say teach, to exchange with them.
Exchange.
The cultural exchange. Yeah, me, Mike, Tiny, and Ringo, we went to the tribes. And and also Yaoji, Jimmy, and Dino, they went. We all went together to the tribe, and we show them rocking. They show us the native dance and the culture. So during that trip, I have more understanding of Taiwanese culture, native culture. Yeah.
Wow. So you, Mike, Ringo, Tiny, LG, Jimmy, all y'all went up there to the mountain. Talk about that experience, man, bringing Americans to your homeland, and then also at the same time bringing them to a region you're not so familiar with. So now you're learning also with them. How was that whole experience? Like, describe that whole experience, and how did it benefit you? Like, what did you get out of it? And what the crew got out of it?
It was really interesting in the beginning, because I was I was doing, my goal is like, I want to do a experience. I want to do a, like a research of how the real rock dancer from the States to meet the real native Taiwanese, how the cultural is gonna be look like. And I'm glad that Ringo, Tiny, and Mike, they were really open-minded. So so when they went to the tribe, no matter what is new, they want to try. So we eat different type of food. We went hunting, and then we done a lot of things. And um it was really fun though, because I it thinks that I know both of culture, but I not really like understand both of culture, because I only learned rocking for 1 year, and I never been to the Taiwanese tribe. But when they showed up in front of me, and then we went there for a month, so it's a really long time. So we lived there, and it coming naturally. It's just coming naturally. The way we talk, the way we walk, the way we eat, it's coming naturally. We became that. And then also it coming naturally when we dance. We have the natural bounce from
Mm.
the tribe, because we went there, we see the ceremony. you know there a lot of the dance from the natives is a lot of bouncing. So we took that, and then they have hunting warrior dance. So they have a lot of like long burning. It's it's the same. So and then every night we will talk about that with Ringo and Mike. I said, yo, so how do you think the dance? And then we will talk, and then we will try new things. It really helps. So I suggest, if you wanna really know the culture, you have to be there, so that you know what is real. By reading book is good, but if you can be there, there's different thing.
Nice. And based off that whole experience, like coming out of that now, and you saying that now you're getting all these new powers. How did taking that experience? What did you do with that experience when you now going back to what would I call it, the mainland now? You going
Uh,
from the mountains to the mainland? Is this or the city?
okay. City,
Yeah.
city.
Like, did you have a renewed sense of self? Did you come with a fire now? Like, man, if those people up there living like that and they're doing what they're doing, I'm gonna like. What was the coming out of that? What was like the impact?
I just feel like really really humble after the trip,
Mm,
because we're doing a lot of the we there's a different clothing sponsor us, so we have a lot of new clothing to bring up to the mountain to give it to them. And then we hosting different camps to teach their kids how to dance, street dance, and teach them English. And then we were like, oh, I know you have poor information, and then I know you are not really rich, so we bring something to you, and then hopefully to help you out. In the beginning I was thinking that, but when I went up there to the mountain, they actually don't need those things.
mm,
They were satisfied of what they're having, compared to the city people. They were much richer, because they don't have a lot of, like, they are not greed. They're really satisfied of what they have, and they were happy every day. And then they were really humble to thank God and thank the food. They really close to the nature, and then I think they know better than us.
mm.
For So when I came back from the mountain, I get really really humble, that I it gave me a really big inspiration of that I have to go back consistently. If I just go once, I'm using them, you know. But if I can, since I got so much inspiration, I got so much inspired by them, I have to go back, give whatever they need, and then I really want to be there, be part of the community there. So after I come back from the mountain, and I consistently going back to the mountain every 3 months since now. So 2013, right now 2020, every 3 months I go back.
Wow.
Teach the kids how to dance. They have, and they're having their ceremonies, and then they want their kids to perform dance in front of everybody. They will call me, yo, Jacky, we need a new show. Can you come back to teach our kids to do a choreography? I said, yeah, no problem. So I just went back to a weekend, and I just went back a weekend, teach them a show, and come back. And next week I go again, and then and then I enjoyed that though. I enjoyed.
That's beautiful, man. That's very beautiful.
You know what? Next week, I'm going back to the mountain again with Jimmy.
Nice.
Because I just post, I start to doing graffiti recently. I have my 100 days graffiti challenge. I
see all your letters, man. You have all your letters.
Yeah. And the tribal people, they saw my work. They said, "Yo, we want you to come back to the tribe to do your graffiti in our neighborhood." So they invite me to go back to doing painting for them, and so I'm going back to the mountain next week.
Nice, yo, that's beautiful, yo. That's such a beautiful exchange of culture, and for you to be up there, yo, that's so dope, yo. I gotta get you a hand clap for that one, yo. That's dope. That's what I love to hear, and that's what I really feel culture is about. How we could use our tools and our culture to uplift people, not tear them down, but bring them up. So that's very beautiful, man.
The most important thing to me, like, since that you just mentioned that I've done the documentary video, and then I built up the rock scene, and then I have my crew, and I gone back to the mountain. The most important thing to me, for real, is humbleness. Every time people see me getting more and more successful, I'm really, really humble to having what I have right now. So, and more and more, I start to feel more and more of that. The more I get really humble, because I know in my ability, I can do nothing. But I have my feathers, and then, God willing me to do that. And then he want me to have it this, and I use my power to do this, so,
Wow. Yo, always humble, man. Jacky's always humble, but I'm not gonna be humble for you. This guy is a great guy. We're gonna go to a short commercial break, and I want you guys to just check out what this dude is working with. Check it out. Whoa, man, that was like only 30 seconds, but damn.
Thank you.
Damn. Yo,
Korea though, when I went to Narcos event.
Nice. So the joint jam, speak of that. I saw the video, I saw the trailer, I seen some of the stuff. It seems like it's getting bigger and bigger. Like, talk about the joint jam, how it was created, Who were the people involved in it, and just what was the vision for it? And
Okay. So in the beginning, the joint gym was the pure idea of to have our own rock events in Taiwan. Because back then we have Culture Shock. Culture Shock is a big event and they have rock context. But Culture Shock didn't like host consistently, and so we started to do the joint gym by ourselves to have our own rock events. And so I talked with my crew, and I also talked with another rock crew, Future Rockers. We're like, yo, let's do the rock events by ourselves like every years, because we need more rock information coming to Taiwan, and we need more outsider, like more foreign rockers to come into Taiwan to drop information here to help us grow. And also we have chance to rock them, because a lot of Taiwanese, they cannot go abroad because it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So the joint gym is me, Fatty, Scotty, QB, Jimmy in the beginning, D now, and Rock, Gary. Rock and Gary is from Future Rockers, and Aga. So mostly 90% of the joint gym members is from Rough and Tasty, and right now it's only Gary from Future Rockers, and Yao. He's a house dancer. He's a big promoter in Taiwan to push the house thing. So we combine rocking and house into one event they call the joint gym. And the idea is that we want to have a jam that everybody can jam in together, because the typical context, the typical events in Taiwan is competition. So there's no cipher events. So the joint game is a cipher events that whatever DJ play, you just cipher. So maybe a house dancer will meet up with a rocker, a b-boy, like whatever style you just dance. And the judges, if the judges like you in cipher, they will give you stickers that make you going to top 8. And also we really want to see the freestyle, so we bring in the live band, and then we told the musicians that just jamming whatever you like. We will give them some hook, but like 80% you can jamming whatever you like. So they were freestyling on the music, we were freestyling our dance, and then we try to try to do that to make people that really freed out of themselves, and people like it. In the beginning, was in a small venue, and then it was packed. The second one was packed also. So the third one, we're like, yo, we have to move it to the bigger venue. So we move it to the bigger venue, and then we really want more knowledge to be in the joint jam. So besides the rock context, house context, and the music, we have panels, we have exhibition, the graffiti and photos exhibition.
Nice.
And then we have free workshops outdoors. We have a workshop outdoors.
So it's kind of like a festival a little bit.
Yeah, we try to make it like a festival, and because the main idea of the joint jam right now is that try to make people interact with others even though you don't know each other. And in dance circle, in the cipher, that we can easily to communicate with each other through dance. But what if there's a person, she or he never tried dance before, that he cannot really interact with us? So we have free workshop, hustle workshop. The reason we're doing the hustle workshop, because you really have to like touch with each other, so you can communicate with each other. And it went really successful, and then people like it. We like it a lot too. and then we're trying to drop as much as knowledge we have to the gym. So we have the exhibition, and then tell people that what is hip hop means. So a lot of people, they pass by, they are not hip hopper, but they pass by, they will see the exhibition, they will know more about hip hop, and then they will turn around to see the people dance just around him, and then they will feel the hip hop. So we're trying to do that, and then to try to help our community more and more healthy, to bring more love in a scene, and try to tell everybody that everyone is individual, and that everyone has their own value, and it's really beautiful to interact it with everyone, that what you have is special. So what I after I interact with you, the feeling is special, and I keep it, and then we hope you to come back and share your feeling. I think that's the main idea of the Joint Jam.
Wow, that sounds phenomenal. Speaking to you on our first interview, you said something, and I don't want to paraphrase what you said, but you said about in Taiwanese culture, like personal space is a very important thing. People are not used to touching each other. People are not used to those type of things. With the incorporation now of rocking, having to be in front of someone, having to look, it is a form of communication, now hustle. How do you feel that that's going to shift that kind of culture in Taiwan of personal space? Do you feel it's going to, for those people, for a certain generation, it might help them with that aspect?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that you bring this up, because that is really true in Taiwan, and people are not as confident as in the States, and we are really we're not get used to look at each other's eyes, and and then we are not used to hold each other's hands. We don't have the social we don't have the social things that that is not common in Taiwan. So I think teacher is really important. So we bring the best teacher, the best hustle teacher in Taiwan. They have really good way to teach people to how to hold each other's hand and dance, and then we're trying to tell them it's fun.
Yeah.
And rocking is the same thing. We tell them, oh, it's fun. Try to understand each other, and then try to feel what your opponent try to tell you, and then yeah, I can see in the dance community it has a big change. And for example, next month, 4th of July in Taiwan, the Joint Jam had the party. We threw a 70s party.
Hey.
And the 70s party it's just party. We don't have no competitions. We just party. And different type of dancers coming to the same party. But it's weird, because you will see a lot of people, they never try rocking before, but they're trying to rock each other.
Nice.
Because they saw us rocking, and then it looks really fun, because we were rocking and laughing and then hugging. They want to do the same thing, and then they will do it by themselves. So you will see at one moment that everybody's rocking, even though they were not doing their move is not as sharp as like a rocker.
Yeah.
But they go up and down, they're burning each other, and they look happy.
Nice.
And I don't know, because I know some old school mentality thinks rocking shouldn't be like that.
Exactly. Yeah. You should be you should have your gun in your back pocket. You know what I mean? You should have gloves on with spikes and shit like that. You ready to beat someone's ass if they burn you. That's the old mentality.
Yeah. But in Taiwan, we try to promote it like, dance is a way of, it's like a language. It's like talking to each other, even though you don't know each other, but you can feel each other. So we trying to use rocking like a tool that bring more peace in the community, and then it really helps.
Yeah, it really does help, you know, once
Yeah.
all of that is out of the what's the name. Like what message do you know you've been around, you've learned from some of the greats. What message do you give to people when they want to learn how to rock? Like what are some of the, like, not so much in a dance aspect, but in a cultural aspect? What are some of the things that you try to promote to them so they could gain a better understanding of rocking?
You mean if a new guys come into the rock practice, how
Yeah,
I introduce to them?
yeah.
Mm, First of all, I would dance with them,
Mm,
and then try to try to lose up their nervous, because a new guy come to the rock practice is always nervous. And then I will talk with them, and then I think history is really important, so I'm gonna bring them a little bit, maybe like 3 minutes of history of rocking. And then I will I will teach them like few moves, and then I will ask them to try to do it to others, even though you don't know those guys. But I
mm,
will
mm.
beat the other guy to come say, yo, try to rock each other. And then the new guy will gonna try his new move I just told him, and then use it to different guys. And they will make friends because of that. And it really helps. So I think I don't really teach a lot during practice. I only give them like few moves. But every time when they come to me to ask me questions, I will try different way to make them to interact with different guys. It's like a game. I want them to play this game and then feel the fun of rocking, and then they will develop more and more of their styles. So I think that is my way to keep the rock practice going. Just try to make them to know everybody by names.
Nice. Um, we've had some nice, things going on to kind of supplement what we couldn't do during quarantine. We had the Apache Online contest hosted by Russia. We had, different things like um what's your whole feeling of the community as a whole now? Like what are some of the things that you're really liking? What are some of the things that you're really seeing that are having an impact? And what are some of the things that you feel need to be adjusted in order for the community to push together worldwide?
I really like more and more rockers nowadays. I think it's much more than when I first started. I mean the whole world. And it's really exciting though to see new rockers and bring new style and new moves. It's really good, and then actually I make a lot of new friends by rocking. A lot of guys, a lot of people that I don't really know, they will message me on Instagram and Facebook because they seen my dance before on video, and it's really incredible. I really appreciate that, and that's beautiful. But the thing I don't really like is mm, is the politics. You
Mm,
know, uh, it's always good to have the pride that you are the best. Because everyone think they are the best. I think that's the pride that we need in rocking in some way. But if you hold this pride and then you refuse to interact it with different crew or different guy, or you hold this pride and then these others, that is not a good thing.
mm,
And for example, I think the joint jam, we can do it by ourselves by rock fantastic. But the reason I have to ask the other crew future rockers is because I don't own rock. We don't own rock, and since we be in the same society, we be in the same community. I can do it by myself, by ourselves. But if I can do it with you, it's gonna be even better. And so right now, I really enjoy the relationship, the friendship between Rock Fantastic and Futures Rockers. We are like friend enemies, like yeah, we are like rivals. Every time we see each other, we will, like we have our own pride, we have our own secret.
Yeah.
Let's their own secret, and then so we battle. And then when we go to go gyms, we will wear our own color. They will wear their own color, and then when we see each other, we will battle. But after battle, we go to eat together. We go to have a drink together, and then we talk about rocking, and then we share what's our new inspiration lately, and then they will share theirs. That is really beautiful.
Nice.
So I know a lot of different crews, different guys. They might, I don't know, I don't really know them, but if you know different crew, different guys, they're holding this pride like that, I will try to tell them that, try to like share more and inspire the whole world. So it's really impressive to see Apache Online context.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know for the rock crew, and I don't know FT, but it's really impressive, and then it's really important movement during the quarantine.
Yeah.
And actually, this is my first time to send video to the context, and this is my first time to interactive communicating with the Russian rockers through the videos. And hopefully, little by little, the whole world, the whole rocking world will get more unity. And then when we see each other in somewhere in the world, then we can quickly, instantly like rock with each other and then feel the fun of rocking. That is like the way when I see Kostek. Yeah, when I see Kostek in New York, we didn't talk much, and then but when we went Switzerland battle, and then we really, we battle first, and then we became friends, and we became really really close friends, and by battle. So it's weird when you battle different rockers, you hold the anger and pride, but after the battle, you can become really really good friend. I think that's the unique of rocking, and then that's the treasure in rocking.
Well said, man. Well said, Jacky. In wrapping up, man, I wanna ask you this question. I'm thinking about music. Like, obviously, we know the songs. Just begun, We the People, The Mexican, Life on Mars, Yellow Sunshine, on and on and on. And I feel like these are the songs that are the soundtrack for rocking. How has Taiwan consumed that music, and are different songs more popular over there? Like, what are the more popular tracks over there in Taiwan? Like, what's the song that everyone really gets busy to?
No, actually, when it comes rocking events, it's the same old songs. It's the same old songs. But and then we practice every week. We play the same old songs. But it really get bored when you get certain, when every time you come to rock practice and every time you hear the same songs, you get bored.
Yeah.
So my crew love to like practice in different songs. So I think like a few years ago we love to practice to the 90s hip hop.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And then 90s hip hop, the 90s hip hop rap, LL Cool J, and it bring the new feeling of rocking, and then your dance start to change, and I think it's a really good inspiration. And lately myself, I love to practice with new jobbies.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's fun though because listen to different type of music. I start to use different way to rock. And then when I come back to the same old song, the classic songs, I dance different. So I really recommend people to try put every song. And sometimes we practice on uh, our local song too in Taiwanese language.
Yeah, yo, that one dude, man. Was it
Mhm.
MC Venom? That's his name.
But yeah.
Yo, I like the song, man. I like the song. Um, what else? Lastly, what's next for you, Jacky? And like, what's next? Do you feel for Rock Fantastic? And what can we see in the future from you guys and you and your crew? What's next on your agenda, or anything that the people should look out for?
Mm, yes, the next step for me for Rock Fantastic is that I really hope this dance will go uplift and uplift, and we can develop more rocking, and then not just not just um not just old rocking, but we develop what is rocking by our own philosophy,
Mm,
and we can really pass this legacy to more young kids. And I just we actually we are hosting different rock events in Taiwan. Like we have the Joint Jam. The Joint Jam is like an international rock context in Taiwan. And then we have Rock Free Park. Rock Free Park is like small events and it's free. It's outdoor. We bring our boombox to the park, and then whoever wants to come to rock, and then you come to rock, and then it's free. But we were hosting a free workshop. So in Rock Free Park, everybody can get a free lesson of rocking. Sometimes we were hosting the free rock battles. It's free, but if you win a battle, you will get prize because we donate our own money to. So
mm,
to try to attract more people to come into to rocking scene. And then in September, this September, we the joint jam cooperate with a really big music cooperation called KK Box. KK Box is a really big music company in Taiwan. We cooperate together. They were doing concert, or we were doing events just by the concert, and then we were hosting the biggest. We want to hosting a really the longest Apache line.
ooh,
Yeah, we wanna call 100 people to come to make it happen. But
wow.
so we do different interesting things in rocking. Try to figure out like what is interesting, and we don't want no fame. We don't want no money. We just want this community to having more fun,
Mm,
more people to get involved and have fun. Yeah, I don't know what is in the future because I never think about it.
yeah,
I know that right now to rock fantastic to the joint to me rocking is really really fun. And I'm expecting in November, my life is gonna have a big change. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm really satisfied of where we are right now.
yeah.
Like 2012 coming back to Taiwan, 2013 to now 7 years, and then I think everyone in Taiwan know what rocking is. It's a big step, and then we see new faces every time to get involved in rocking, and it's another big step. And I hope it grows. Even though I'm not in the scene, even though maybe I know when I have family, I'm not in the scene consistently. I hope somebody will take this and then take it to the next level.
Word. And I have confidence that you have a lot of good people with you that will continue to hold the torch for you. Dope.
And
Where?
one last thing I want to share is that I really, actually Mastermind Rockers and you, Vitamin, is really helping Taiwan a lot though, because remember that I went back to New York that every year,
Yeah.
and every time I went back, I bring one of my members to go to New York.
Do now, Jimmy,
Yeah, yeah.
um, um,
Scotty,
Scotty. Yeah.
um, and it actually that you guys that open their mind, and then you guys accept them to make them feel what rocking is. So when they were in Taiwan, they listen to what I'm saying. When
Yeah.
they go to New York, they see what they have really experience in rocking, and that really helps. So please do that more often. Even though that right now we were in the quarantine, and even though more and more that there's less and less people traveling to New York, but please send your love and then send videos what is inspiring to the world, and then it will really help new rockers to the world.
Thank you so much for that, Jackie. Thank you so much, man. And I want to also say on my end, watching all the work that you do and all the work that people are doing around the world motivates me too. To keep doing what I'm doing here. Whenever I see you guys drop a video, I'm like, man, yo, Jack, what? I'm like, I got drop. I got some work to do, man, because they say real respects real and steel sharpens steel. So when you guys are doing something, when you guys have so much energy, I can feel it, and then it makes me want to bring more energy here. And likewise with different movements, and also the situation. One thing that really inspired me recently is like how you were saying when you went to the mountains. One thing you notice with those people, the humility, the humbleness, and that they just, and when I see people like living in like kind of what they call poor condition, or living somewhere that they don't have all the resources, and they're trying to rock, they're watching a video and they're trying. To me, that's very inspirational, because no matter what's going on in that person's life, we don't know about all those things, but they're putting themselves out there to try to learn and do something. So that inspires me a lot. Lastly, man, where could the people find you if they want to get in contact with you? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Where could the people see you, find you?
Yes. If you're using Facebook, that Jacky Zhuang, JCKYZHUANG is my personal page, and then you can also tune in the Join Jam. The Join, you just search the Join, they will come up the Join Jam, and then we will post a lot of information, a lot of rocking information, hip hop information on the Join Jam. Also on Instagram, my Instagram is Jacky Burnz, JACKYBURNZ, and the Join Gym on Instagram too. So if you wanna get in touch with me, you wanna like share something you think is good to share with me, that please inbox, and then I'll reply though. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Yo, this has been Talking Rock Live. Jackie, you're the first double guest.
Thank you.
You're person and live.
Thank you for inviting.
And thank you so much for coming on here and really sharing your information and really sharing what's going on with Taiwan. My hopes is people have a little bit more information on Taiwan and the community, and they build it. Someone builds with you, man. We build, So, yo, this is Talking Rock, Vitamin the Governor. You can hit me up at Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, Vitamin Vision TV, or Vitamin the Governor. Yo, be on the lookout. We got the party over there in Washington Square Park from 7 onwards. We got the party over there at St. James and Green block party. If you need a little bit of relief and you need to chill and you're in the NYC area. But peace out, man. Thank you so much. Jack, you can stay on a little longer. This has been Talking Rock.